In your book, you say not to start a band with 9 people, and I'm in a band with 9 people. So I was wondering if you had any suggestions on how to tour with 9 people and still survive.
Well, you know, it's good news, bad news. Bad news, bad news. It's tough. You have to. You can't go and do a gig in LA. Right? You have to start locally, and you could go to, before you drive to New York or LA to play to 9 or 10 or 15 people, you could do that in Hammond, Louisiana, or Baton Rouge. You know? Go to a bunch of places around here, just make sure it's working. Make sure that on a good night, when no one has diarrhea and there is an okay sound system, blah, 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 and maybe even if everybody does and it's a crap sound system, you can triumph. Right? You don't need to travel 2,000 miles to get those chops. And get the machinery of your band together. Not on stage, that's a given. You've got to be amazing on stage. Off stage, get it together so you're working as a machine. While you're talking to the promoter, you know, somebody else in the band is putting 2 cases of beer in the back of the truck. You know, however you do it, it's piracy on the high seas-ish, right? The good news about having 9 people is if you divide the labor, you've got 9 people on your team, which is way more than if you sign to a major label. Right? As long as everybody's doing their thing. Find everybody's strengths and everybody's weaknesses and divide the labor. I did it on a package show. I'm like, oh my God, it's me and 36 people. How am I going to... Hold on, it's me and 36 people. Hey, you want to do the guest list every day? Great. You want to do this? You want to do that? Boom.
You were saying that if you start early promoting a show, obviously exponentially more people show up.
Well, unless you're crap and your band sucks.
Right. Okay. So let's say you've got a good band. How do you go about, you know, promoting the show on a budget in a way that people don't get tired of hearing about the show, like 2 weeks before the show is up for, you know, and then also on a relative budget, how would you go about doing that in a town that you're not currently in? Like, if we're here and we wanted to promote a show in Shreveport, how do you start early?
Right. Well, you do anything, there's like 9 answers.
Correct.
And I'm going to give you 18. You do anything you need to do. Right? I mean, the good thing about Shreveport is that, the good thing about Shreveport is it's not that far away. How far away is it? It's like right on Texas, isn't it?
Yeah, it's about, Shreveport's like 9 hours away.
All right. Well, worst case scenario, if you've got to go there to put up posters yourself, you go there, you know. You find another band that's there that wants to come and play wherever we are, to New Orleans, right? You trade shows. And they might not want to play with you, but maybe you've got a great apartment with a jacuzzi or a pretty girlfriend. Don't know, you know, whatever it is, right? Or maybe your band plays to a lot of people, so you're trading audiences. You're trading information, right? How do people not get tired? Well, okay, the way people don't get tired of hearing about you, you don't overplay your local market. It's the most common mistake local bands play. Hey, here we go, we're playing again. And your friends go, yeah, fantastic. You know, local bands say that to me all the time. Our friends said they don't think we are yes, they do. They think that you're overplaying. And they're bummed out because you're imposing on their support. Right? So you can make your show special by not playing every week. You can change your message. For one of our tours, we did 100,000 postcards, 10 different designs. Right? So people who, week number 1, like, wow, this tour's happening. 3 weeks later, they'd grab another postcard and turn it over and like, bam, got you with the same message. Just have to be smart about it. Think of some interesting ideas. There's a hold on a sec. There's a band from Erie, Pennsylvania. They had a gumball machine on stage with like a golden gumball or something, and the person that got that had a song written about them on the band's new album. And the title of that was the thing that really kicked it in for me. They called it the Instant Immortality Sweepstakes. Bam! That's what we're selling today. I mean, total cost, 0. Right? Great ideas. And great ideas beget great ideas, I think. Hold on a sec. And that guy, there was a guy earlier, 18 bands, I don't know, doing some event. That's a great, yeah, what was it, 18 bands, what?
It's 16 bands. It's all like Atkins bands.
Right. But is it in 16 hours, or is it?
No, it's like half hours, well, 25 minutes, and it's 52 stages. So.
Okay. Great. So it's like a 9-day endurance test. Okay. But that's great. That's a great idea. What was your question?
Oh, just, well, thanks for coming to New Orleans, first off, but...
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. What is the importance of South by Southwest to the British media, yourself? Will you be attending that event this year?
Yeah, I'm doing a Tour Smart event at South by Southwest. South by Southwest is very important to the city of Austin because it generates $35 million for the city of Austin. Any restaurant in the city of Austin has their biggest month by more than double its next largest month. Other than that, it's a good place to network. I don't think it's a good place to break a band. There's 12 or 1,400 bands playing at South by Southwest. You go where, if you want to break a band, you don't take that band to where there's 1,400 other bands. That's just insane, right? That's like being a country and western artist and going to Nashville. Come on. Just so you know, you can contact me on MySpace. I'm not going anywhere. I'll hang around if anybody has any questions. Happy to answer any questions you have. Thanks a lot.